everyone, welcome into Aim Straight, brought to you by the Dart Depot. Ben Francis with you as always. Thank you so much for tuning in. As all us dart fans know, at this time of year it is absolutely hectic with so much darts events going on, whether it's locally, internationally, whatever it may be, as we build up to the big ones, the PDC World Darts Championships or the WDF World Championships. There's going to be Kiwis at both. It's going to be super exciting. It's our favourite time of the year, as we say when the darts is on in December. Christmas comes early. But as we get closer to these events, we are going to try and grab a few player interviews for you guys to enjoy, so you can hear the voices of the players taking part in these events. And we had the opportunity to catch up with our new world number 4 and our new World Grand Prix champion, Luke Humphries. Yes, I had the opportunity to catch up with Luke the other night, and I started off by asking him, you've had a couple of days now after winning the title, has it sunk in, and how are you feeling about being known as the World Grand Prix champion?
Yeah, I'm still obviously still not fully sunk in. I think it might do this weekend when I finally get announced as maybe the Grand Prix champion at the Euro Tour this weekend. I think that's when it really will set in for me. But yeah, it's one of them achievements where you just don't know how you're going to feel, and I'm just on cloud nine at the moment. I'm just so happy that I finally went and got my first major.
What's the reaction been like from your family and also your community as well?
It's been amazing. It's been difficult to get through all the messages I've received, to be honest. Thousands of people that have, always believed that I could do what I did on Sunday, and now they're all sort of messaging me saying, "Told you so, told you so," and yeah, it's quite nice to all the positivity that I've received, and loads of people throughout my career I've got to thank. Of course, I've been um, through the ranks, right from the bottom to where I am now. And there's a lot of people that I'm thankful for that I'm here and winning majors from this moment. So,
was there a moment in the final where you thought to yourself, I've got this?
not particularly. I felt like when I won the fourth set to go 3-1 up, that's when I started to believe, like, I feel good here. Sometimes you can be a bit edgy, a bit nervy in finals. But I didn't feel it even in the first set. I really didn't play well, but I didn't feel edgy. I didn't feel nervy. I still felt good. And then when I took that 170 out in the fourth set, I think, in my mind, I'm thinking, that's going to have hurt him there. You got another chance now to really put your foot on the gas and take the game away from him and don't let him come back here. And I sort of did that. I messed up in the fifth set, but I kept my foot on the gas and I didn't really allow him to come back at me.
I know that was your first TV title, but of course you've had success on Players Championship events, European Tour events as well. So how much did that experience play in terms of a bit of belief and confidence heading into a match like that?
Yeah, it does. It helps a lot. Obviously, when I made my first major final in the UK Open, that was really my first proper final, and you don't really know what to expect and how to react. And I think in that day, I was just happy to be there. I was happy to be in a final. It was unexpected. Whereas now, I have a different mindset. When I get into finals, I believe I win. It's not just about being happy to be there. You really want to win. So I think I've adapted a different mindset from them days, and the experience of, like you say, playing in many stage finals. I've played in, I think that was my 11th or 12th on stage final. So yeah, I think all that experience did help me, and it all led down to this one moment on Sunday, and yeah, I was pretty proud of myself.
Touched on it just before, but how excited are you to hear John McDonald, call out in your Grand Prix champion, Luke Humphries?
I'm so excited. I think that's maybe when it will sink in properly. As much as probably going to get called out that this weekend European Tour, is going to be different when John does it. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that moment. I think that's maybe when it will sink in. It'll be quite a feeling, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to it.
You didn't come down under for the World Series this year. I don't know. I'm assuming you'll be in the top 4. You probably will get asked to come down next year. Is that something that will be on your radar for 2024?
Yeah, definitely. If I get picked for it next year, then I'll definitely be there. And it was unfortunate I couldn't make it this year. Australia, New Zealand's a place I'd love to go to. It's not every day you get the chance to go to such two amazing countries. So, if I'm selected to play in it next year, like you say, top 4, usually you get picked anyway. So if I'm sat in them positions, then I really look forward to it. And it's one of my dad's dreams actually to go to Australia. And he's never been, so that'd be another thing I can tick off for him as well on the list.
So, Luke, you were touching on the double 16 for the double in before, which I didn't know was quite impressive. But I think, I don't know what it was after the final, but I think getting into the final, you were starting around 50%, which is quite good for the tournament. So, was that something you'd worked on, or were you just feeling it right when you were throwing the dart?
Yeah, it's not something I actually worked on. I think a lot of people said, have you been practicing your doubles? And it was like, not really. You don't really get that much time to prepare for it. And I think, I played on the Sunday in the European Tour, and then obviously, no, was it that weekend? Or it might have been Players Championships, and then it was like 3 days between that and obviously the start of the Grand Prix. So, you don't really have a chance to change anything. I didn't want to start, overdoing practicing doubles because they'd been going great this year. The only thing I sort of changed would have been, I was trying the which way to go. And it was quite funny. Me and my girlfriend talked about which way I was going to go. Was it going to be tops? Were it going to be 16s? Was it going to be 18s? And up until about 1 or 2 days before, I was going to be tops. And then we decided, no, let's go double 16 because, usually I'm good at that. Then I wasn't sure whether I was going to go triple 19s to start in or triple 20s. So, it was quite funny how I didn't really know what I was going to do until like the day before. And then I'm just so happy that I did use double 16 into the triple 20 because it worked really well. And yeah, I think that's going to have to be my future. I can't go away from that now. I'm going to have to stick on the double 16 because, like I just told you, I think I hit every double 16 getting in, and that's some impressive stat
Yeah, if only I could do that, that'd be great.
there.
One of the other questions I had too, just I was just taking some notes when the other guys are asking some questions, and one of the things you were touching on was about during the lockdown. You said about the exercise and the diet and things like that. So I was kind of curious to know, kind of what changes did you to make to your diet, and what kind of foods do you consider to be like staples as you prepare for like darts events? Because people might have their pre-match meal or things. So like, kind of what do you do in that circle before darts events?
Well, I do have a sort of a more solid routine when I play darts, if that's what you mean. Like, I would on a match day, should I say, I would try and stay away from anything caffeine wise. Just because I feel like if you get too much caffeine in your body, and say you go up on a stage and you're under pressure, it could probably make your heart beat faster, or your arm to shake a bit more because you got all them sugars in your body. And so I try and stay away from that, and I try and eat anything protein heavy, not too much carbs because obviously they can sort of make you feel little bit more lethargic. So I try and stay on high protein meal and try not to eat too much, a light meal. Because if you eat a burger and chips, ain't gonna do you any good. It's not gonna make you feel great. So yeah, I try and Nando's is my favorite thing to eat before match days, on match days, sorry. And I think that's something I've implemented into my game, which allows me to play at my best. It's all about looking after yourself, making sure that you allow yourself to be the best version of you. So yeah, these are all things that you have to learn through experience. So you have to learn through the process of failure and stuff, and then you learn from them moments. And I know it's cliche, but it is true. You learn from your mistakes, and I have, and I'm slowly but surely finding ways of making myself a better player and a better person.
I'm assuming over in the UK there'll probably be chat starting soon about the good old everyone's favorite Premier League. Is that something that will be on your radar?
Yes, on my radar, of course, but I'm not in physically yet. It's a long way to go. It's still, I think, 2 or 3 months to go before that even starts or the selection gets picked for it. If the rules stay the same, I don't know if it is a rule, but if I'm in the top four after the Worlds, and of course I think I probably will be in. But it'd probably take a lot to deny me to get in the Premier League now. I think major winner and two TV semi-finals is quite some on the resume. I think that's one thing that people have been missing from me, especially the selectors. They just wanted me to win a title. I think they just wanted me to get over that line on the major title, and then you know I think it's probably worked out well. They know what they're doing, so we'll see. But I'm really hoping that I'll be in it next year, and I think what better way to get in it than win it the first time. But yeah, we'll see what happens.